You had to have known this day was coming.
Yeah, I knew that. That's why it took so damn long.
Yo! Nah, he folded immediately. This is a video called Serial Killer Realizes He's Been Caught 45 years later. Yeah, he kept this under wraps until he became decrepit and old, bro. He got erectile dysfunction before he got caught. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, okay? He got ED before he got a felony.
Hi, good morning. I'm so sorry. I'm super embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Let me get.
This man is 74-year-old
74.
John Getreu, an elderly homeowner in Hayward, California. What he doesn't know is that he's speaking with an undercover officer closing in on a decades-old secret.
Ooh, yo, I'm really surprised that they kept this case going, bro. I feel like sometimes cases go cold and they just give up.
And things are about to take an unexpected turn.
I was turning around in your driveway and I accidentally hit your car.
Which one?
The one parked in the driveway. Do you want to maybe take a look to see if we should exchange insurance information?
Yeah, take a peek.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. So embarrassing.
Wait, okay, what is the ploy for this? Is she trying to get him outside so they can have other cops come out and be like, get him, get down, like arrest his ass? Or are they like, is she trying to get his government information so she can make sure it's the right guy? Because he's really old now. They don't have like an accurate picture.
Sheriff's office. Yeah, go ahead. Champion on your back.
Oh, nah, they got his ass. Okay, they did. They pulled up with the undercover arrest.
We'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay, what I thought.
No, my wife's at work.
Deputies give John a routine pat-down before he's led to the front seat of a police vehicle.
Take a seat. You want to rest on that seat?
You're gonna close the door, make sure the dogs.
Yes. We'll take care of your dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though he hasn't been told why he's been arrested, John applauds the deputies for the ruse.
Good line for coming out of the house. Get that guy out of the house.
Months earlier,
He's like, you know what? I can respect the game.
cold case investigators in Santa Clara County reopened a murder case that had remained unsolved for 45 years.
Oh,
DNA
my
from the
God.
crime scene was compared to a public database, allowing investigators to trace a family tree and identify John, a husband, father, and former Boy Scout leader, as the primary suspect.
And here's the thing, the reason a lot of these older cases get picked back up again is because 45 years ago, there was no forensic evidence. They couldn't run a ton of stuff. They couldn't do like DNA testing for forensics. They couldn't do like, they didn't have as much like research on like how like time of death or autopsy. Science was way, way behind. Now they can do a lot of stuff like look at bones and do composite sketches. They can like run DNA on stuff that's been like preserved. Like there's a lot of stuff they can do now that they couldn't do 45 years ago because the technology just simply was not there. Like forensic investigation was not that much of a thing 45 years ago. Whereas now every single crime has some forensic element to it, essentially. And that's like the #1 most hard evidence that you can use to prove things, you know? That's crazy though, that they had enough evidence to pinpoint him this many years later.
Investigators bring him in for questioning, hoping to uncover the truth.
Okay, that's a nice ass investigation room. They got like couches and shit. Where is this? No. Is this how they investigate you in California? They got like complimentary water. Is that mints? They got mints too? Yo, you got mints? Like, it looked like he's at the waiting room for like a plastic surgery consultation. You know what I'm saying? They always got really nice offices because it's elective surgeries that you don't need. Real doctors in hospitals, they got you on like those really plastic chairs that are uncomfortable. But whenever it's something that they can sell you, they got nice couches and all that. That's what he looks like. But he does not look like he's at a police station.
Is this devoted husband and father simply the wrong man? Or has his carefully lived life been a cover for something
Imagine
far
finding
more
out though
sinister?
that this is your father, this is your husband, you know, whatever. And like, because he's kept this secret for 45 years, bro. And then it all comes out when he's like 74. Like imagine you find out your parents are a serial killer when they're like 74. Like you're like 30 something at that point. Like what?
The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before.
So I'm Sergeant Cortez.
No,
okay?
this is a really nice interrogation room. I'm sorry, is this a window? Do they have paintings on the wall? Like, where are we? No. Literally, where are we? I've watched so many body cam and investigation videos. I never once have seen a cushioned couch, a rug, and paintings on the goddamn wall. What the is this? Nah, this gotta be like a really bougie area in like California or something, bro. It has to be. This got to be some bougie area in California. I'm just saying, this is crazy.
I'll let you know what's going on and why you're here today.
Yeah,
okay?
I'd like to know.
Them couches look more expensive than my couch.
Before I let you know what's going on, I just want to get your personal information. Just confirm your name. Your full name is John Arthur
Getreu.
Getreu?
Getreu.
Okay. Were you ever in the military?
No.
Getreu sound like he was like a Russian spy, bro.
Have you ever been arrested in the past?
No.
John shares basic information about his past and childhood, revealing that he was born in Newark, Ohio, and spent the early years of his life moving frequently due to his father's long military career. He spent a significant part of his teen years in West Germany, where his family lived on a U.S. military base.
Now, you mentioned
Wait,
that,
you can have kids on a military base in foreign... Wait, what? Why is it always
you've never
Ohio?
been arrested. And I found out something happened in Germany.
Okay.
Can you tell me about
I
that?
was arrested in Germany.
Okay, what happened with that? Can you tell me about that?
I was accused of murder.
The revelation is especially jarring, given that he's here today on
So
accusations
casually.
of his
He's
involvement
so
in
casually
a
like, yeah, you know, they thought I murked, you know, John, Susie, and Arthur in Germany, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do that, you know, type. And he's like, have you ever been arrested? No. 5 seconds later. Okay, well, they thought I killed someone in Germany. Like, yo.
completely separate murder.
Tell me about what happened. What was the accusation against you?
I killed a chaplain's, or not a chaplain, yeah, a chaplain's daughter.
Okay.
And that was all I knew.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
No.
With this young female?
No.
No?
I didn't even know her.
The young girl, 15-year-old Margaret Williams, attended a dance at an American youth club one Saturday night in 1963, when John was just 18 years old. The two were said to have met on the street shortly after, where she agreed to let him walk her home. Her body was discovered the next day on a baseball diamond behind the club. She'd been sexually assaulted and strangled.
You didn't even know her? Why did they arrest you? I mean, if...
Probably the next day,
Okay.
after they found the body, I guess.
Okay. How did they tie you to this body? How did they connect you to this body?
Somebody had seen me, you know, walk.
And the thing is, back then, there was no forensics. There was no kits. You know, there was no way they could like swab or find any of that out. So it was really just like firsthand accounts.
direction or walk towards a school, or
Okay.
it was an elementary school.
Okay. Did you... I mean, I don't know the details of what
I
happened.
don't know the details either, so
Okay. Did you actually meet this young lady?
that's what they say.
Though John maintains his innocence, he was
What?
found guilty at trial for Margaret's murder, ultimately receiving a sentence of 10 years in a German juvenile prison.
So he served time for the murder. So you did it. Yo, that's crazy. No. Yo, how'd they let him back? How did they let him back in the country, bro? You spent 10 years in Germany, so you got out when you were 28, bro.
Because of his age at the time, he was released after serving roughly 2/3 of his sentence.
Oh.
Then he walked free.
Damn, he got out
So you spent actually
2/3?
6
So he spent like 6 years behind bars?
years in prison? all
Something
that?
like that.
Wow. And then how, after you were released, what happened?
I just was dropped off at McGuire Air Force Base, and my father picked me up, and that was it.
That was it? You came back to the
Never
United
heard
States?
a word from him.
After returning to the United States, John moved to California, and in 1975 was once again at the center of a serious crime.
And then at some point, there was another accusation against you about a sexual assault from the Palo Alto Police
Yeah,
Department?
Palo Alto Police Department.
Okay.
That's when I was the leader of an Explorer post.
Yo,
Okay.
and like my thing that's like frying me about this, like not frying me in a funny way, like my brain doesn't understand is he's speaking about all this like it's like just a fond Tuesday memory. Like, yeah, you remember that crazy we did? Yeah, so you know, I was down with Billy and you know, we killed that random, you know, and like it was nothing crazy. It was light work, like it was pretty, you know, low key, you know. Yeah, I got accused of that. I served time. It's whatever. I didn't do it, but you know, back then they didn't have the evidence. Like what?
Can you tell me about what happened there?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know, I
It's
was
just
accused, interviewed, and that was it.
Okay. What's this allegation? I got to ask you.
Yeah.
You know, this allegation that this young girl made against you that you know, sexually assaulted her. Did that actually happen?
No, not that not that I know of. And if I was arrested for specifically that and then not even tried, and then nothing's happened. Like I told him, nothing happened.
Yeah.
I never saw her again. You know.
Did you end up serving time for that? Do you
Well, if you
remember?
didn't get tried, no.
No, I didn't serve any time that I know of.
Okay.
I can't. You know.
I have a really actually like honest question. I don't know if anyone in chat would know. What would they do? Maybe some of the YouTube comments will know. What would they do if like this exact circumstances were the same, but he had like really, really, really like late stages of dementia? Like he like was not like coherent enough to answer the questions. Like what do they do? What do they do? Would they still arrest him? Would they still be able to interview him? Would they legally be able to do anything?
You didn't go to trial or anything like that? Okay.
According to multiple news sources, John was 31 years old when the teenager came forward, claiming he not only assaulted and strangled her, but threatened to kill her if
31?
she didn't comply. He received a 6-month sentence, serving just 30 days on weekends after 5 were suspended.
So I want to tell you a little bit about my investigation, okay? Are you familiar with the with Palo Alto area, Stanford area, the hills in Stanford?
Yeah.
You ever go out there?
I was a scout leader. I traveled all those hills.
Which hills are you talking
Well,
about?
And like, you wanna know what's crazy is like he's still so relaxed. Like they brought up like some crazy nefarious things that he did, was tried for, and possibly did, and he's still sitting there like, yeah. Like this guy is like a certified psychopath. I'm sorry, he was doing this stuff from a young age too. Psychopath, bro. There's no way.
Out in the Bay, Half Moon Bay Hills,
Okay.
and I traveled up through there, hiked with the boys.
On God, though, if I had these chairs and they were accusing me of murder, I'd be all up in that, like, might as well enjoy this before I get put in that uncomfortable jail bed. Because, yo, what type of comfy ass chairs are these, bro?
Did you ever go in the hills, like in the area around Page Mill Road? Page Mill Road, like just west of Stanford?
No.
No, you never went to that area?
No.
Okay. So I'm investigating there's a murder up there in the hills. Would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Didn't you just say you was up in them hills all the time? When you was a scout leader, you was always up in them hills? It's like a guy being like, yeah, you know, for real, yeah. I was all up in that booty. And then they break up and he's like, nah, I never that broad. She had STD, she had chlamydia, all sorts of It's like when a girl is dating a guy and then they break up and suddenly she's like, yeah, he had a tiny, you know, it was like 3 inches hard. Like, what do you mean? No, what do you mean? Because you just said you did that, and now you acting like what you did was not what you did. And it was like 3 seconds later.
Would there be any reason that you were ever up in those hills? No?
No.
Leslie Marie Perloff was a 21-year-old Stanford University graduate working as a law clerk at the North County Law Library in Palo Alto, California in 1973. Her body was found dumped in the Stanford Dish hiking area. A floral scarf was found tightly knotted around her neck.
Yo, they got a whole timeline of everything he's done, bro. Like, look at this. Nah, this is crazy. They said found guilty of assault. Then they found this lady's body. Then they found him guilty of a different murder.
And had been used as a ligature to strangle her to death. It was DNA found beneath her fingernails that led them to John, who at
That's
the time
crazy.
worked near the Stanford campus as a security guard.
You ever see
Yo, what's up? I feel like sometimes it is security guards and law enforcement that be doing crazy stuff. The thing is, I genuinely think this guy is like a psychopath. He just seems like he has no remorse. But like, I don't know, because he did care for his dogs. I don't know. I don't really understand the psychology behind people like this. Like, how do you do so much bad and they just seem so relaxed about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how?
This young lady, you know her?
No, who's that?
It's a young lady that an investigation I'm doing, and she was murdered.
Okay, he's not gonna remember a picture of this random girl he killed when he killed me. He got like 10 bodies at least. No, let's be serious. He got like 10 plus bodies. You think he gonna remember a picture of this girl in her 20s from like damn near 45 years ago? Like, no.
Do you ever see her at all?
No.
She look familiar?
Leslie's 1972 orange Chevrolet Nova was found parked at the gate of an old quarry near Old Page Mill Road, just east of where her body was found.
Do you remember ever stopping by the side of the road and looking into this vehicle?
No.
It's an orange Chevy Nova.
No.
No?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, the fact that they still have all of this enough to question him about it today is crazy. Like, you know, because bro, this dude was definitely like damn near like a teenager when this crime happened, bro. Maybe he was like 5, 6, and he's questioning this dude about it. It's just so insane to me.
You know the name Leslie Perlov? Leslie Perlov?
No.
No? Okay. She wasn't a girlfriend of yours?
Oh, no.
Okay. I had to ask.
She's cute anyway.
Yeah, very.
That would be
very cute.
she'd be about 18 years old, I guess.
Okay.
At Stanford. Yeah, Stanford graduate. Yeah. But that's it. I don't even recognize her.
He ain't say she was from Stanford yet. He ain't say she was from Stanford yet. He ain't say all that, Nat. We only know that because the commentator said that in the video, but the interrogator did not say that, bro. The interrogator did not say that.
Curiously, the sergeant hasn't shared with John that Leslie was a Stanford graduate.
Yeah.
Why do you say she's a Stanford graduate?
Well, just by the way she dresses and all in
Okay.
this area, you know.
Sure.
But
The way she dresses in this area, homie, no one dresses like that anymore. Who dresses like that in this area? That's like damn near 45 years ago, buddy. Nobody dresses like that anywhere, period. You don't even dress like that anymore.
I didn't say graduate either. I said, you know, she's a college kid.
Oh, okay. Now this young lady was obviously murdered, like I said. She was strangled.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever think about doing anything like that?
Nope.
Nope. But you served time for murdering somebody in Germany. Like, be serious. No. Be so serious. Be so serious. Be so serious. And on top of that, you had another accusation that was unfounded and didn't get prosecuted fully. I guess it got dropped of some other crazy stuff. Like, I feel like if you have an allegation or two, okay, and you're a celebrity, I tend to not believe it as much because people lie, right? Okay, but if you're a degular, you're a normal person and you got multiple allegations and you're just Jim from down the road, you definitely have done something. You know, because no one's gonna accuse Jim from down the road of doing stuff for no reason. There's no clout to be gained, there's no fame, there's no notoriety, there's no potential lawsuit, there's no benefit they get. Honestly, except for justice. So if multiple people have allegations of you and you're just a regular ass person, you definitely are up to something.
Know that you were accused of a sexual assault, right?
Like, there's no reason anyone would.
you ever think about committing a sexual assault?
I have no reason for it.
And I'm going to ask you these tough questions because it's part of the investigation.
But you served time in Germany for a murder that involved that.
When you were younger, did you ever fantasize about sexual assault?
It's what it sounds like by looking at my record.
Yeah. Or killing a young woman? Okay.
No.
Not them putting the chair creaks.
In this investigation, if your DNA was on this young lady, why would you think your DNA was on her?
Haven't the slightest idea.
Were you involved in the murder of this young girl?
Nope.
As the sergeant continues to press for answers, John inches closer to a major mistake.
I also don't know how they preserve DNA for that long. Like, can you freeze it?
Not yet aware of what he's about to give away.
You know about DNA and how it's transferred, right?
Yeah.
What-
This can be how it's transferred. I can always just tell.
Okay, tell me about
Yeah,
that.
one is semen,
Okay,
one is from the mouth.
sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the only two that I know of.
Those are the two that are involved in, which you have a history of apparently doing, sir. You forget about hair. You forget about, you know, blood. Like, yo, there's other ways, bro. There's other ways.
Now, if there's some that are bodily, I mean, other than these two transferred, then it's totally different.
Okay. And you know about technology now, advances in
Technology is
technology.
getting good.
Yeah, so
They're
there's.
catching them every day. They're
Yeah.
catching
How do you think your DNA would be on a person?
Don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Especially this person or these two persons.
What two person?
Two persons? What do you mean? Yo! Nah. You gotta plead for insanity and say the dementia's kicking in, bro. Cause you're cucked otherwise. No. There was only one person brought up. Two people? Look like you getting 2 sentences, 2 life sentences, 2 behind bars.
Well, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The two young women.
Okay. I showed you a picture of that one young lady.
Yeah. No.
Okay. What's the second young lady?
The one up on the one up on the hill.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 2 different places you're talking about.
Okay. What's one of them's up on the hill?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
What? Listen, I'm gonna be honest. See, here he could have played it off like, wait, the girl you showed the picture and the one on the hill you talked about are the same. He could have said that. He could have said that because Loki, that's the direction I thought he was going. But then he proceeds to be like, yeah, there's one on the hill and one in a different spot. Like, you dummy. You could have been like, because they did say, oh, there was a girl up on the hill. And then he showed a picture of another girl. And maybe if he's old, you know, he thought it was 2 different people. But no. He's saying there's 2 different locations. Buddy. What am I talking about, buddy? Decrepit man. It's over for you.
up on what hill?
Peepaw.
Well, you mentioned the hill.
You mentioned it.
I mentioned the hills.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the other one? Because I don't remember another one.
Well, there's the 2 girls. It's not both the same place.
Okay. I mentioned one girl up on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, the okay, wherever she was, wherever the second girl was.
Oh, okay.
While the sergeant doesn't yet know it,
It's the fact that he started chuckling too, because he knew it was over. He chuckled. He was like, they got me with that.
another woman was found in the Palo Alto area in 1974. 1 year after Leslie's body was discovered, 21-year-old Janet Taylor was found dumped along Sandhill Road in the...
Yo! He got this girl's body, and then this girl. The girl in like Germany or whatever. Or the girl in Germany was first. Sorry, wait, I'm looking at this timeline backwards. Bro. That's crazy.
same Stanford Dish hiking area. According to news sources, she'd also been assaulted and
Also, we
strangled
never
to
said
death.
anything about Stanford
The
yet
serial
either.
killer responsible for the deaths of both Leslie and Janet would escape justice for decades until now.
I think I'm at a point in my investigation that, you know,
I'm guilty, and that's it.
well, I'm trying, you know,
Bro said, I'm guilty and that's it. Yo, he knows it's cooked. Oh my God, bro.
there's a couple things, John. Your DNA's on her.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to find out who did it. What I'm trying to find out is why you did it.
Oh, so
And
he
I
said,
think
we got
you know
you.
more than you're telling me.
No, I wish I knew.
With John
Yo,
refusing...
John, it's too late, bro. No. It's way too late. You've had like 3 lapses in your judgment. You gave away too much info already. And on top of that, they have your DNA. Now, here's the thing. Police can lie about having your DNA or having XYZ in interrogation rooms to try to evoke a confession. That's legal. So he might be thinking the cop's doing that. However, there's no way they would hit you up on a 45-year-old cold case if they didn't have some new DNA, bro. That's just not gonna make sense. They're not gonna be like, let's interview this random old man based on circumstantial evidence. Like, no, they need something solid to dig up a cold case that's that old.
To admit the truth, another investigator joins in the effort to obtain a confession, and the added pressure will soon tear his lies even further apart.
Oh, they're on some
It's not
psycho
an accident
manipulation
that
stuff.
your DNA got there. Your DNA and the type
Yeah, why he kind of look like a sad toad? Why he kind of look like a sad toad, bro? Look at him.
of DNA and where it is on the victim, there's no other explanation. You committed this crime. We know you committed this crime. Okay? What we don't know is why. And we're going to give you the opportunity to explain it to us.
You don't have to. I thought about it, and that's all I can think of. No.
Know what?
No, I'm not guilty.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you.
You could have just ribbited, bro. You could have said ribbit. What does that do for you? What does that do for you? It's a little too late for that, I think. You know, you could have invoked a lawyer like mad long ago, but you didn't do that either.
Right now you are.
Okay, fine.
Okay? You had to have known this day was coming.
Yeah, I know that. That's why it took so damn long.
Yo! Nah, he followed immediately. The cop said, you had to have known this was coming. And he's like, yeah, I did. Why you take so long? Yo, the audacity of him to just be like, yeah, you took so long for this is crazy, bro. See, he's upset that he got caught, but he's not really that upset. He's more like, yeah, I'm surprised y'all took this long. I think he's upset because he thought he got away with it given the time. Damn, bro.
As they push harder for the truth about Leslie, John once again lets slip that she wasn't the only one he left in the hills.
So why her?
I don't even know who she is. If that's the first girl or the one girl that's up on the hill or whatever, you know.
What do you mean the first girl?
Well, he said there's two people. There's two girls. Unless I misunderstood him.
Now he's saying, unless I misunderstood him, and he cracked a little smile. You know, he's trying to be like, yeah, unless I misunderstood him. No, sir. You just outed yourself. Yeah. You outed yourself, bro. You've had like damn near 40 years to think of a way to talk your way out of this situation. You had 40 years to find a really good lawyer in case this day came. You had 40 years to prepare for the inevitable reckoning. And you did all with that time. You could have had a crazy killer lawyer and known the day you got arrested, oh, I'm calling my lawyer Bob, you know, and I'm not speaking. Like, what do you mean? You have no plan? None? You had so much time. He thought he got away with it. That's the thing. He thought he would get away with it.
They were killed within probably an hour of each other and 2 hours of each other, or day, or who knows.
Do you remember? How do you remember them?
His ego high like his blood pressure.
Some of the questions he's asked me.
Nah, they never said nothing about the time in between the kills, the 2 kills. They got you. Humpty Dumpty, you gonna fall and you gonna crack, okay? And everyone else gonna have a ball, all right, good sir, okay?
Do you remember seeing any newspaper articles or media about those?
Nobody, but that girl there is not the other one that was...
Well, he do kind of look like Jabba the Hutt. look at him.
Show me. If that's the girl there with, the other picture, I doubt it.
Why's that?
I mean, look at the body. Mm-hmm. It could be somebody else.
What?
I don't think they're the same one.
Is that why you don't
Look at the body?
recognize her?
No.
Because that's not the girl that you
I'm
killed?
not questioning. I don't recognize her. I've never seen her.
Do you think it was a different girl that you killed and that's not the one we're
I
showing
didn't
you?
kill any girl.
What do you mean, bro? No, like no one, listen, sir. You have f***ed up too much to run this back. You already stepped over the red line and then stepped over another red line, drew another red line, and then stepped over that one too. Like, there's no going back, okay? You've gone past the point of no return 3 times. You admitted to killing 2 people 3 separate times, and then proceed to be like, after they ask you, so was it this girl that you killed? No, I didn't kill anybody. I didn't kill anybody. No. There was no one that I killed. I don't even know what you're talking about. But you said you killed 2 people. but you didn't kill this girl specifically, as if that makes it any better. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
You didn't kill the girl in
Make
Germany?
up your mind.
No. Well, that's total different. That's when I was 18 years old.
So he did kill the girl in
younger.
Germany, is what he's saying.
In a final confrontation, investigators forced John to face the mounting evidence against him.
There's a situation in Germany where a girl ends up dead, and you weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a situation
Here.
here,
That was.
years later after you came back to the States, where a girl ends up dead, and you say you weren't there, yet your DNA is there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the chances are of that happening?
I don't know.
What would you do if you were us and you were investigating this case? What would that look like to you?
Guilty.
There's a brick wall.
What do you mean there's a brick wall?
Well, I mean, you found out, you couldn't find out, so.
What do you mean I found out and I couldn't find
Oh,
out?
nothing. I'm just let it go. I'm.
Maybe he is a little demented. Maybe you know what? You know what? Maybe he is a little demented. Maybe he is a little demented because he's not really making sense. And I feel like he's trying to write a poem. You know, listen, the only reason he's talking about walls is because he built like Humpty Dumpty. Okay, that's why he talking about brick walls, because he definitely fell off of one to be this stupid. Yeah, like what you mean? Brick walls. Like, shut your ass up.
Well, you understand it's my job not to let things like that go, right?
I have nothing to say about it.
It's got to be quite a burden, John.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to put the questioning from here on, unless I'm represented by somebody in the courts.
So now, after all of that, you want a lawyer? After everything, you want a lawyer. You didn't want a lawyer when they talked about the murder in Germany. You didn't want a lawyer when they asked about the bodies on the hill. You didn't want now you want a lawyer. After you admitted 3 times on camera that you killed 2 people. Like, the lawyer you're not even no private attorney is picking this up, bro. No, because they're gonna lose, okay? So you're gonna probably have to get a public attorney, because any private attorney that picks this up is brain dead, okay? You're like, what do you mean? How is he gonna reason his way out of 3 confessions, okay? The only defense they can maybe play for you is that you have dementia, maybe. And even that they can test. So if you pass competency tests, like, it's over for you, bro. It's over for you. It is literally over for you. And he's starting to get all fidgety and grabbing the curtain. Before he was all relaxed, like, but now look at him. Look at his little hand. He grabbing a little curtain. He freaking out. Oh, it's over for you, bro. It's over for you, bro.
What do you mean?
A lawyer.
You'd like a lawyer?
I like a lawyer.
Okay. Thanks, John.
After requesting a lawyer, the interrogation came to an end. But justice quickly caught up with 74-year-old John Arthur Getreu, who was arrested and booked into the Santa Clara County Main Jail with a $10 million.
He looked mean as hell. A $10 million bond? Oh my God. No, I've never in my life heard of a bond that big. Yo, $10 million, bro. Wow. No, I've never seen it that big, bro. Like, never. I'm surprised they even allowed bond and they didn't deny it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised they didn't just deny bond for this.
In January 2019, DNA from the torn crotch of Janet Taylor's underwear was also determined to be a match for John. In September 2021, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder with infliction of great bodily injury in the killing of 21-year-old Janet Taylor. He was sentenced to 7 years to life in prison, finally putting a serial killer who had escaped justice for decades behind bars.
Why 7 years to life? Does the judge only think he gonna live 7 more years? The judge said, yeah, you dead after 7, so you know what I'm saying? We're not even gonna give you that much time for real. Like, there's no way you're surviving prison with your 75-year-old decrepit ass. That's crazy. 7 years to life. I've never heard of that a day in my life, bro.
Good. In January 2023, he pleaded guilty to the murder of Leslie Perloff and received a second life sentence to be served consecutive with the first. According to multiple news sources, John Getreu died of natural causes on September 22nd.
Oh, he only served a year or 2?
At the age of 79.
Damn, he didn't even make it that long.
His DNA remains in the state database and will continue to be compared against evidence from unsolved murders in the ongoing effort to close more cases. If you'd like to see select new videos,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's insane, bro. That's actually insane. I love how he says he wants a lawyer after already giving them 5 death sentences of evidence. Like, dog. He didn't even make it 7 years. Yo, I guess the judge was right. I hope this dude rots in hell, bro.